Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Francisco, and if you guys are new, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me on all my social medias, please. So this is my coming out story. Actually, this is my second time telling this story because the first time I took forever. I literally took like 40 minutes telling my story because I'm so bad at it. So I'm gonna try to make it as short as I can. Okay. So, growing up, I always knew I was different. I don't know. I just always knew I was different than like all the other guys. Cause like most of my friends were girls, and I don't know. I just preferred to hang out with girls, I guess. But I didn't know exactly what it was until it was probably sixth grade. I was like 11 years old. I really liked the song by Katy Perry. It was called Firework. Um, and I was watching a video one day, right? We had like a little small computer like downstairs, and I was watching it, and in the music video there's a part where two guys kiss, and I was like, okay, well, that's what I am. I was like mind blown. I was like, I feel like that's what I am. Like, I was so intrigued. And I remember I would watch it like that music video, I would watch it like over and over and over. Seventh grade comes along, and my sister had a quinceañera, right? And one of the guys, one of her chambelanes, he came at us by, and I was like, "What's that?" And then he explained it to us and this and that, right? So that night, or maybe like 2 days later, I remember I messaged him. I was like, so like I think I am bi too, like, and it's because I had a crush on him. I'm so embarrassed to tell you, because he's like a family friend from like before. But I remember asking him like a bunch of questions about like how does he know if he likes guys and this and that, and that was actually the first person I told or came out. I came out as bi. I don't know, because I mean I wasn't sure during that time, and I was like so like relieved, and I felt so like I finally found somebody like me, right? I was really scared, and I finally come to my sister's room, right? And I was like, Karen, I need to tell you something. And she was like, what is it? And I was like, I was taking deep breaths. I was like, all shaky and stuff. And then she was like, what is it? And I was taking so long to tell her, right? She was like, can you just tell me? And then I was like, I think I like I'm gay or bi. And she was like, that's it? Like, I know that. And I was like, what do you mean? What? You know this whole time? And I was so scared to tell you. And she was like, yeah, I've known since you were like born. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, so like, are you serious? But then I started like crying because I was like, I need to tell my parents and I don't know how to tell them. And then she was like, it's gonna be okay. They're just gonna accept you. And also I was like, I don't know, I was just so nervous, and I started crying, and I like literally made her cry because I was like, what if they kick me out? And I remember her hugging me, and she was like, well, if they kick you out, like they'll kick me out too, because I'm always gonna be there for you, and we can just move out. Mind you, I was like 12 and she was like 14. And I don't know, I felt so loved. And that was like the first person I told like in person. And then I finally started like telling some of my other sisters and my cousins, and they all accepted me, like they were like, okay, like that's fine, like it's fine, like we knew or it's like they didn't really care, right? And I went to school 10th 9 yeah, ninth grade and 10th grade, and I came out to some of my friends, but it was like only a couple of my friends, and nobody else knew, or nobody I thought nobody else knew. um but I kept it as that. During this time, I was like watching videos on YouTube of coming out, and like I was like, okay, like I finally know I'm like gay, like I'm accepting myself, but like at the same time I wasn't, because I started dating like, I think I dated like two girls, and it was just like different. Like I remember like kissing them, and it wasn't the same. I was like, is that it? It's like me kissing the wall or something. I just felt like it wasn't like I don't know, it just wasn't, I wasn't into it, and I was like, okay, I don't like girls at all. Actually, for junior year and senior year, I went to a different school, and the school's like actually an art school, so they were like all like accepting and everything, and it was like actually a really nice school. So I was like, okay, it's a new school, I have to come out, right? Like I'm just gonna go straight in there, like just being who I am. And if they ask me, they ask me, and I'll tell them, right? But it didn't go as I thought it was gonna go. Like, like once people were asking me, I was like, no, I don't know. Like that's that. Like I was like, ugh, I was so disappointed in myself. This is like the important time, okay? I wasn't out. I think I told like a couple of people at the end of the year, like junior year, and like the people in like my table were like, just come out. Like this is like a, they're not gonna care if you're gay or not. It's like they're not gonna care because like the school is like really accepting. But I didn't come out. So it was like the summer of junior and senior year, like in the middle of it, right? Um, my grandma sadly was really really sick, and she was here, but she had to leave to Mexico. And they called my mom, and they told her that my grandma was really sick, and that she was probably not gonna make it, right? My mom, for her to be able to go back, like her visa had expired. Like I'm a DACA person, so I wasn't, if she left, I wasn't really gonna be able to see my mom, and we weren't sure how long she was gonna take, or if she actually was gonna be able to come back, right? So I was like, okay, well, I need to tell my mom. She had to leave in like 2 days, and I was thinking and thinking, and I was like nervous, and I was like, well, I know who I am. I need to tell her. I didn't want people from here to like go and like tell her, or like not snitch, but like for her to find out from like other people instead of me telling her, because me and my mom are like super close. 2 days go by. 30 minutes before she leaves, I'm like going in my head, I'm like, should I tell her? Should I tell her? Should I not? And I was like this close to not telling her, but I was like, I have to. I was like 16. So legit, like 2 minutes before she left, she was already packing and getting everything. I was like, Mom, I need to tell you something. And she was like, she looked at me and she was like, what is it? And I was like, Mom, it's very important, and I don't know how you're gonna take it. And then she was like, okay, well, tell me. And then I was like, I think I like guys. And then she looked at me and she was like, what do you mean you like guys? And I was like, Mom, I think I like guys. Like, I like guys. She froze and she didn't say anything. And she started crying. And I was like, oh, are you disappointed? Are you mad at me? And she hugged me and she was like, I'm not disappointed. I'm not mad at you. The reason why I'm crying is because I don't want you to struggle in life, and I don't want you to have a hard life, right? And then I was like, why do you say this? And she, like, growing up, she had like gay best friends in Mexico and stuff. And she actually had one of them get like killed because of it. But I told her, I was like, Mom, it's 2016. It's gonna be okay. Like, I'm gonna be fine. Don't worry about me. It's a different time. This is who I am. And she was like, okay, like, I love you either way. We'll talk about it. And then she left. She hugged me, she left. I wasn't sure whenever she was gonna come back. We actually didn't talk about it for like maybe a whole year. I would like think about it. I was like, did I ever tell her, or was it like in my dreams? Because she never brought it up, and I was like, really, Mom? I dated this guy for senior year. But that was that, right? So I actually never came out to people in school. Um, he like, I guess people saw us talking and like holding hands and stuff, and I just went along with it. I was like, okay, this is who I am. This is what it is. We're in a relationship, and nobody really said anything. Like we were fine. Like my school was pretty accepting, and I'm good that I'm like happy it was. And yeah, you had like some maybe jerks that like talked about me behind my back, but it is what it is, you know? It's high school. So I came out to people in school, I came out to my friends, my sisters, cousins, and some family members, my mom, but I hadn't come out to my dad. And that was like probably one of the hardest things because I really didn't know how he was gonna take it. Um, so I was like trying to avoid it. I kept trying to push it off, but it got to a point where I started dating this guy, right? And this guy was my first serious relationship. We were dating and I was really into him. I like really loved him. So I brought my boyfriend over once to a family event. It was the first time, and I brought him, and I told everybody he was my friend. And he didn't really like that. And I understood. He told me, he was like, I want you to like tell people like that we're dating to your family and stuff. I don't want to be your friend. Okay, I'm dating this guy. He's very important part of my life. So I gotta tell, and my dad's very important part of my life. So I have to tell him. I was kind of scared to tell my dad because, or coming out to like my dad, because I didn't want him to feel disappointed or sad. And I also didn't want like, he has like 8 other brothers and some of them are homophobic. So I was like, I didn't want him to just feel bad about himself, right? I didn't care about me coming out as much. It was just how he felt. But I was like, I gotta tell him. And one night I was like, Dad, I have something to tell you. It's very important. And he was like, what is it? And legit, it took me so long to like finally say the words to him. It was like, they were like inside here. Like I could feel it, like they were in my tongue. Like I could not say it. He was like, what is it? And I finally was like, I took a deep breath and I was like, Dad, so I'm gay and I'm dating this guy. And the guy you met is actually my boyfriend. And he didn't say anything for a while. And I could see he was like kind of tearing up. And I told him, hopefully you're not disappointed. And then he was like, I'm not disappointed. It's your life. And you're going to do whatever you want with your life. I can't really tell you. You're old enough. And whatever makes you, basically he was like, whatever makes you happy is what's going to make me happy. And like, that's your life. And that's how I came out to my dad. It was like finally the last person to like, for me to tell, like, and I'm pretty sure he knew, because like I am the way I am. Like I was always the way I was. It was just a thing where I never told him and we never talked about it, but we knew I knew that he knew and he knew that I knew, kind of thing. Now I'm blessed with like very accepting family. Like my family, like now, like last year my family went to Pride. My whole family, it was like my mom, my sisters, my cousins, my aunt, the person I was dating, my sister's baby went. And it was like so fun. I love my family and I'm blessed with the family I have. I know a lot of people are not blessed with the same family and it sucks, but hopefully like 2020 there's more acceptance and people are more accepting now, and you shouldn't be scared of being who you are. I know it takes time and I know it's a scary thinking just to come out, but YouTube was actually a very like important part of my life, or my coming out story, because I would like watch so many videos of like coming out, and that actually gave me the courage to come out. And hopefully I'm doing the same thing. That's why I'm making this video, to help you guys. I really couldn't really go into detail like in this video because this is my coming out story. But if you guys have any questions or if you guys want to ask any advice, you guys could just comment down below in this video and I would probably make a Q&A. But I just want to tell you guys that you know whenever you're ready to come out, and you just know whenever it's the right time. You guys don't have to rush it. Whenever you feel like coming out is whenever you feel like coming out. Don't do it for nobody else. Do it for yourself. And honestly, after you come out, you just feel so free and you feel like so invincible, like nothing can stop you. Hopefully I help you guys in your process. But yeah, bye guys.